one of the most ubiquitous cuisines in Hong Kong, the Cantonese barbecue. It is nigh on impossible to ignore those glistening roasted meats hanging in every other window and that distinctive charcoal smell wafting down the street, all of it enticing and tantalizing. The passion for food in Hong Kong is real. This is Food Wonder. Join me as I search out the renowned culinary delights of the city.
Hello and welcome to Food Wonder. I'm Lydia and this is a show where I take you with me on my walkabout around this city to sniff out some of the tastiest local treats. Now, since the get-go, since the discovery of fire, we humans have been roasting meats and loving every bite. Each place today has its favourite. The US has its Thanksgiving turkey. Back home in the UK, we love a good roast beef and Yorkshire puds on a Sunday. Beijing have their roast duck, and Hong Kong have their roast goose. So today I start here in Sham, this mystical place far off in the New Territories where we can supposedly find the best roast goose in Hong Kong. There are actually a number of famous restaurants to find your roast goose. We couldn't decide which one to come to, but luckily on the minibus over, we met a lovely local lady who recommended we come here, to Nigh. It's delicious. That charcoal flavour, you can really get it, you can taste it. And it's succulent and tender. How do you get the skin so crispy? And the meat so tender?
Actually, this is secrets.
Oh,
but
family secrets.
But I can tell you a bit though. After we deliver the goods from our from mainland China, we have to marinate, seasoning, right?
Yeah.
And we have to do something before we roast it. Before we roast it, we have to hang it dry for at least 24 hours.
Okay.
Yeah, dry the skin. That's why it's so crispy.
Look at this bowl of tissues. I've just eaten like a beast. It was so delicious, I couldn't stop eating. So I just got off the tram here in Wan Chai. We're back in the bustling heart of the city. We're here to go to a really old Hong Kong institution. So if you want a side dish of history with your roast goose, then Joy Hing is probably your best bet. Founded in the later half of the Qing dynasty, Joy Hing hasn't really changed its cooking methods at all. So we literally just came in and sat down and our food is already here, it's already waiting for us. The guys in the kitchen, they don't stop moving, like right now. The goose here is really tasty and it is succulent and tender, but it's a bit fattier than at Nanki, lump of fat right here. Yeah, I mean, it's also colder, but I mean it is like a fast food service here, so I wasn't expecting it to be like super hot or anything. Now don't get me wrong, the food here is very tasty. The pork was a lot better than the goose, but I'd still buy the goose again. But I think for all its fame and its history, I don't think it quite lives up to the expectation I had anyway. So now we're on the Ding Dings, we're going all the way back home. A little bit of history about the trams in Hong Kong. They've been running for over 110 years, and that's a long time to still be going. They're still a major form of commuter transport, and they're the cheapest, and they're really economical too, so they're all round a great method of transport. It's been an adventure on the search for Hong Kong's best roast goose. Have I found it? I'm not so sure, I think my search continues. But I did really enjoy the goose out in Sham at Nanki restaurant. It was delicious, it was divine. And I would definitely recommend the char siu pork at Joy Hing as well. From the furthest frontiers to the beating, throbbing heart of the city, you can find food in all corners. Join me next time as I continue my search for Hong Kong's best local foods.